Hi everyone, welcome to First the Coffee Crochet. In this stitch tutorial we're going to go over how to make the Sophia Crochet Dishcloth. This is an easy to make dishcloth and the only stitches you need to know how to do are the single crochet and double crochet. To make this dishcloth you will need about 82 yards of a medium weight cotton yarn. I have used Lily's Sugar and Cream to make this dishcloth, and I've also used the Peaches and Cream yarn that you can get at Walmart. It is a bit cheaper than the Lily's. You'll also need a 4.5mm crochet hook, a yarn needle to weave in your ends, a pair of scissors, and stitch markers if you would like to use them to keep track of your row. If you want to change the width of the dishcloth, the initial foundation chain just needs to be a multiple of 3 plus 2 extra chains. And the initial chains at the start of the rows do not count as a stitch. The finished size of this dishcloth is 8 inches wide by 8.5 inches tall. As always, there is a written pattern for this available on my website, and I'll leave a link for that down in the description below. I'll also be releasing here soon a matching dish towel for this pattern, so make sure to subscribe to the channel so you can be notified when that one comes out. To start out, you create a foundation chain of 32. Once you have your foundation chain made for row 1, we're going to be starting in the second chain from the hook. That's the first and this is the second. We're just going to be doing single crochets all the way across in each chain. Now, I do like to work in the back bump, but you don't have to if you don't want to. To do a single crochet, you just insert your hook, yarn over and pull up a loop, and then yarn over and pull through both loops on your hook. Just going to repeat that all the way across for row 1. After you finish row 1, you'll have a total of 31 single crochet stitches. For rows 2 through 4, we're going to be doing the main repeat for this pattern. So to do that, you're going to turn your work, and then we're going to chain 1, and this doesn't count as a stitch. Now starting in this first stitch, we're going to do a single crochet, and then in the same first stitch, we're going to do 2 double crochets. So that's just yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over and pull up a loop, and that'll give you 3 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through 2, and then yarn over and pull through the last 2. Then do another one of those in that same stitch. So that'll give you 3 stitches all done in 1 stitch. So now we're going to skip 2 stitches since we have 3 stitches here, and then in the next stitch after those 2 we're going to do the same thing, so a single crochet and 2 double crochet all in that 1 stitch. Okay, then we skip 2 stitches and then do that again, single crochet and then 2 double crochet in the same stitch. And I'll just go ahead and do this whole row so you can see it done, and then we'll skip ahead to the next part. Now, if you like the looks of this dishcloth, we have another one on the website that's kind of like this, and it also has a video tutorial. It's called the combo stitch. And instead of a single crochet and 2 double crochet, it's a single crochet, half double crochet, and then double crochet. I'll put a link for that down in the description below. when you have 3 stitches left in the row, you're going to skip 2 of these, and then you're just going to do 1 single crochet in the last stitch. So now we'll repeat that same thing for the next 2 rows. So you're just going to turn your work, chain 1, and then starting in that first stitch, single crochet, then 2 double crochets, skip 2 stitches, and then do it all over again. And when you get to the end of the row, just remember in that last stitch is only 1 single crochet. So do that for 2 more rows, then I'll meet you back here for row 5. Okay, so after you finish row 4, for rows 5, 6, and 7, we're going to be doing single crochets all the way across each row. So you're just going to turn your work, chain 1, and then starting in that first stitch, just do a single crochet, and then do 1 in each stitch all the way across. And this will just create that little stripe on the dishcloth. So you do this for a total of 3 rows, rows 5, 6, and 7. Chain 1 at the beginning of the row, single crochet starting in the first stitch, and in each stitch all the way across. I'll meet you back here for row 8. Okay, after you complete row 7, we're going to go back into doing these little clusters, and that's starting in row 8 and goes up through row 20. You'll just turn your work, chain 1, and then starting in that first stitch, 1 single crochet and 2 double crochets all in that same stitch. Skip 2 stitches and then do that cluster all over again. 1 single crochet and 2 double crochets. Skip 2 and then do another cluster. So you're going to repeat this all the way up through row 20. I'll meet you back here starting for row 21. After finishing row 20, we're going to go back into doing the single crochet like we did down here. So starting for row 21, you're going to turn your work and then chain 1, and then starting in this first stitch, we're just going to do a single crochet, and then we're going to do a single crochet in each stitch after that. We're going to continue to do that all across the row. We'll do that for rows 21, 22, and 23. After finishing row 23, starting in row 24, we're going to go back to doing these little clusters of single crochet and 2 double crochet. And we're going to do that for rows 24, 25, and 26. So you'll just turn your work, starting for row 24, chain 1, and then starting in that first stitch, do 1 single crochet, and then do 2 double crochets in that same stitch. Then you skip 2 stitches, and then in that next one, do the same thing, single crochet, and double crochet. We're going to continue this all the way across, skip 2, and then do your cluster of 1 single crochet and 2 double crochets. And when you get to the end of these rows, remember when you have 3 stitches left, you skip the 2, and then in the last one you just do 1 single crochet stitch, and then turn and start the next row. So you do this for 2 more rows, and I'll meet you back here after we completed row 26. Okay, after you finish row 26, row 27 is the last row. We'll just turn our work, chain 1, and this row is just single crochets all the way across. You start in this first stitch, and then single crochet in each stitch for the rest of the row. And once you reach the end of this row, you can go ahead and tie off and weave in your ends and enjoy your new dishcloth.